Here's the deal. After 5.5 years of perfect sobriety, I walked into a bar and ordered a drink. According to everyone I knew, that was supposed to be a death sentence. But it wasn't. This is what actually happened. I had this coworker, right? And she invites me to go have a drink after work. Now, internally, my heart was pounding. Every word from AA screamed in my head, "Don't take that first drink. You're only one drink away from a blackout. You're only one drink away from losing everything." But I had this image of myself. I was 5.5 years sober. I just celebrated my birthday, but living this horrible, isolated life. And I thought, why not just one drink? It'll be fine. Everybody's gonna leave me alone. I'll be able to handle it. So I go, yeah, sure, let's go have a drink. We go to this bar, we sit down. She orders her drink, I order a vodka and soda. I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I can actually do this. And I bring it to my nose, I close my eyes, and I take a big gulp. And then the strangest thing happened. The world didn't end. I didn't lose control. I didn't black out. I went home, woke up the next day, and my life was still there. Now that was 13 years ago, and I am not in jail, a mental ward, or dead. I am free. Now here's the problem. For me, recovery was a war. It felt like a war inside my own head, and I was always losing. There were only two sides. Either I was completely abstinent, which meant endless cravings, anxiety, irritability, or I caved in, and I was back to drinking, which meant I lost everything. I lost my job, my relationships, my self-respect. I hated that war. I was tired of fighting it. So I made peace. I negotiated a truce. And this is what I want to talk to you about today. What is a truce? A truce is a peace treaty between me and myself. It says I can drink, but only if I set the rules. And this is what my rules are. Max 2 drinks. Never alone, only on weekends, never on a Monday, always with food, etc., etc. A truce is not a surrender. It's built on faith. For me, this wasn't about willpower. It was about building a relationship with Jesus Christ for strength. It's also got to be checked by prayer and honesty. I got to make sure I'm keeping my side of the bargain, because a truce is not permission to go to a bar and unleash the beast. A truce means I go out and I have a drink and I come home. You know, people try to shame me for it. They say things like, oh, you can't call yourself a recovering alcoholic if you drink. And I disagree. I think that's wrong. I think people who are successful, who have real lives, who work real jobs, who contribute to society, who pay their taxes, who are honest, who have families, who are engaged in their community, they can negotiate their own peace treaties. Is this for everyone? No, I'm not saying this for everybody. If you've tried it my way and it hasn't worked, try it another way. Rehabs are always willing to cash another check. If you've done the steps, if you've gone to meetings, if you've meditated, if you've prayed, if you've talked to a therapist, if you've tried to change your life, but you're still struggling with cravings and urges, maybe there's a third way. Maybe there's a truce. So I want you to think about this and tell me what you think. Could you ever see yourself making a peace treaty with yourself? Could you ever see yourself drinking again, but on your terms? Tell me yes or no. Could you ever make a truce? If you're interested in learning more, head over to my website, gratefultruce.com, where we talk about all this and more for free every day. Subscribe for more honest conversations about recovery that you won't hear anywhere else. Freedom isn't found in a bottle, but it might not be found in endless deprivation either. True freedom is found in peace. And that's what a truce is all about.